Sunrise City, well, we turn our attention now to a different matter entirely. Well, yes, we're following up from where we did leave it off. You do remember that we looked at the by-election in Ondo State yesterday. That's what we'll be talking about now. We're joined by Mr. Banji Okunomo, who is the former chairman of Ilaje local government area in Ondo State. Thank you for coming on this morning.
You're welcome.
Well, to so many people, it was an amazing, dramatic scenario yesterday when we had Mr. Benson Nukome, who was the returning officer for the Ondo State Governor, Olusegun Mimigo, at the last elections, and he came on and he spoke. It was surprising to many how he spoke about the elections, development challenges in those local government areas. But first of all, about the elections, what went wrong?
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me say that I use this opportunity to greet Nigerians. I really have not had this opportunity to come before Nigerians to speak on national issues or local issues. I want to say that I, Banji Okunomo, happen to be the agent of the Labour Party in the just concluded by-election in Ilaje local government.
Which are still inconclusive, I mean.
Though the INEC said it's inconclusive, but as far as I'm concerned, the election is concluded, and I have justification for that.
Really?
Yes. Let me just quickly say that we were a little bit taken aback yesterday when we had Benson Nukome on air appearing for the Labour Party. I used this opportunity to say that the Labour Party has never asked or mandated or authorized him to do. What he did yesterday was for himself and for his immediate family.
Has the Labour Party issued any statement about that?
Of course, that is why I'm here, to make it public, to let people know. Because you also know the rising speed of carpet crossing in this country today. You can be a member of a political party today and tomorrow you are in another party.
So he spoke for himself, but he's still a member of your party?
No. He has since withdrawn on his own from our party because our party has an etiquette. The etiquette is that because of the nature of the fine and decent leadership of our governor, we don't witch hunt our members. We don't, if on your own you decide to leave, we don't normally do official eviction of our members. We don't do that. And maybe he took advantage of that. Probably you had thought that because he was the agent of the Labour Party in the gubernatorial election, and that understanding that he's a member of the Labour Party was the reason that you probably invited him or he made himself available for that interview of yesterday.
No, he's still a member from what he says.
He's not a member. He's not.
You
are at liberty to, you are at liberty to put questions. Yes, you are asking why.
When did he leave?
He immediately after the House of Rep primary, this by-election House of Rep primary, immediately it was done. He dumped the party because he aspired to want to be the House of Rep member for this by-election in the party, and it was not considered. It was not considered by the people because for you to be a candidate of a party, the people must accept you. They have to do a primary, and the primary involves 3 state constituencies.
You know what I like about yesterday's interview? He didn't cast any aspersion on any person, on even not even on the office of the governor of your state. What he did was to state what he calls the obvious.
What was the obvious?
Development to the Ilaje, development to the Ilaje people. Ilaje people.
Yeah.
I got that right.
Yeah.
Hasn't actually been well with this particular administration. And he said, your government should show one thing that they have done for the people of Ilaje.
Thank you very much.
That was his argument all through that.
He came with the impression that this party failed in Ilaje in the last election, or that this party is not popular in Ilaje.
Hasn't the party failed the Ilaje people?
That is where the data I want to come up. We had different elections in Ilaje. The first time we have election after Mr. Governor was confirmed the governor of Ondo State, we had the by-election. The by-election which involved the PDP candidate and the Labour Party candidate. The PDP candidate was Atikashi Otitotoms, and the Labour Party candidate was Kunle Odidi. In that contest, the Labour Party won. That's number one. We had another election at another time. That was in 2011. That was the election we had. It was clearly contested between PDP and Labour Party. Benga Edema was the candidate of Labour Party. Otito Askache was the candidate of PDP. The Labour Party defeated PDP. And we had Benga Edema in the House of Assembly, currently as we speak. In the same way, we had another assembly election in Ilaje, because Ilaje is broken into two constituencies. Oyebo Aladita contested against the PDP candidate on the platform of Labour Party. Oyebo Aladita won the election and is currently in the House of Assembly. We had another election, which was the House of Rep election in Ilaje and SLD, combined the two constituencies. That is Ilaje and SLD. It was clearly contested between Groovy Nomie, the late Nomie, the one we are doing the by-election to fill his vacant seats, which was unfortunate. The Labour Party also won the election. That was another one. We had another election.
But that,
Please, just hold on. We had another election. It's the senatorial election, which produced the current senator. But for that election, the man would not have been in the Senate. That is Senator Buluwaji Kunlere. The Labour Party won the election. It was only the last election, which was the gubernatorial election. In the gubernatorial election that we had that was last year, all the candidates of the three major political parties that contested the election, the ACN as at then, the PDP as at then, and the PDP and the Labour Party, all won their respective local governments. Akeredolu, notwithstanding the fact that he's a new entrant in the politics of Ondo State, he still won his own local government. Ditto Olushola Oke, he won Ilaje local government because he's from Ilaje. And Agabu, being the father of PDP and the major sponsor of PDP, and from the contiguous local government, which is Okitipa local government, the PDP also won Okitipa local government. All other local governments in Ondo State, out of the 18 local were won by Labour Party candidates. Mr. Governor, the governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko. So we won impressively in all the local governments of the state. And the Labour Party had the day. And that's why the governor of Ondo State. So you know what I'm saying is that the factor of our own soul was the only factor that cheered up the PDP in the last election. Save that factor, the PDP will not have anything to be found in that environment.
We still haven't actually addressed some of the issues he raised, so that we don't run out of time without talking about them. He said in his locality, the Labour Party hasn't actually done anything. And with all of these victories you've reeled out, could you expatiate more on what he said yesterday?
In addition to that, he said that the governor went and commissioned Igbokoda, that
Road, yeah.
Igbokoda Road, which was built by the former governor, Agago.
Thank you very much. Let me take you from the first point. The conceptualization of the Igbokoda Ayeto Road was the initiative of the government of Ade Party, of which Governor Mimiko was a member of that government. When Agabu came on board, he continued from that point. The original design of that road was a dual carriage road. This was modified by Agabu when he came on board to a single lane road. And they did the job so shoddily. My brother, if you have done a project and you left government within 2 years, the whole project is battered and shattered. And let me tell you, when I was chairman caretaker committee of Ilaje local government, I was not elected. I did a road in Igbokoda, and I've left that council after 2 years now. Go to Igbokoda and see the interlock road there. It's sustaining, it's surviving time. The road they claim to have done, I mean the PDP government, could not stand the test of time. And it now became an issue of cry by our people. This governor, this caring-heart governor, has now awarded the asphalt, the rehabilitation, because you have to rehabilitate first before you do asphalt overlay, which has been awarded to the tune of 4.6 billion or thereabout.
When did he do that?
He has done that. When he has done that, it's not an issue.
No, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because I still, now we're looking at what he said. He said
that the government did not do anything. I'm coming to that point.
No, he flagged off that few days, less than a week to the election.
Thank you very much. Before getting to
by-election,
yes, before getting to the rehabilitation and asphalt overlay of that, I want to reel out the following projects that the government of Ondo State did in the Ilaje local government. And let me also inform you that every government that had come to Ondo State has always abandoned Ilaje local government from the state budget. For instance, the road they are claiming was only executed by Osopadek. But Ondo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission. But under Dr. Mimiko, funds from the state government's budget has also been allocated for the development of Ilaje, and I want to mention the following projects. And I want Benson Ikweme to check out his record whether those projects are there. In Itebukumi, there is a basic health center in which drugs are supplied, all medical equipment are provided and completed at Itebukumi community in Ilaje local government. We also have town hall in Igbebori. Is there. All of these projects are running out there from Ministry of Rural Development in the Ondo State. We have basic health center at Ondo, equipped to completion. We have Molute Basic Health Center. We have Motoro Basic Health Center, completed. We have Aggregate Basic Health Center. We have construction of building of skill acquisition in Udetika, which is my community, is there completed. We have Basic Health Center and supply of drugs and medical equipment in Ilaje, completed. We have Basic Health Centers and supply of drugs and medical equipment, completed. We have Basic Health Center ongoing in Ereke. We have Town Hall completed in Obila. We have Basic Health Center and supply of drugs and medical equipment in Ijoba. We have construction of public toilets in Bula, completed.
You know,
we have supply of science laboratory. I need to read all this, please. It's very important.
By all means.
When I now say this, you are at liberty to do an on-the-spot assessment of all I'm reading out, whether they are there or not. You are at liberty to call anybody in Ilaje.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, because if you keep reading it, many people might just forget.
Times.
You know,
so I'm simply saying that you need to check out this. And I've not also read out from SLD.
Just a minute. There's a number to all those projects. How many of them?
We have 15 projects.
If you have 15 projects that the governor has done
from the state budget, I've not spoken about Osopadek.
Okay, so that means there's
the only project the PDP is pointing at now is that road. So that's the only project. We did not get anything from the state budget.
All right, so